Good morning. Today we're going to talk about, I'm going to build one of these. I'm going to build a tank. And I know you guys don't really care for it, but what I have here is a display tank. It's uh, it's made out of the wrong resin. It's made out of HTR 250, but I wanted a display tank so I can uh, basically show the plumbing in these things. Now, I have changed the plumbing since. What I do here, if you look inside the tank there, you'll see the pickup tubes there. I JB weld that to the side of the tank so it won't change. And how I've changed the plumbing is I went these are ATF, all tubes forward. I've changed the plumbing to where this is the vent, this is the uniflow, this is the pickup. I've changed the tubes with it's pretty tricky to do, but I put a bend in it and I have overflow, and then right behind it I have the uniflow. So the tube has to come in and get bent up and get fished in there. Today we're not going to be plumbing. Today I'm going to make the tank itself. And I'll show you how I do it. This. Alrighty. So yesterday I used a chem lease and I polished my molds. I got the chem lease from Dan. I polished the molds and I added chem lease to these. And this here is had chem lease rubbed on it, which is just a liquid wax, basically, as far as I could tell. She feels pretty slick, though. Okay, so how I do this is I've already cut my carbon and my fiberglass. It's just like rolling a cigarette is what I got going on here. This is going to be a 6.5 ounce tank. I'm going to give him a little more, like 6 3/4 ounce tank. Hopefully it'll fit in his position. So, and it's tough to get started. It's a bitch. So we need to mix up some resin. I'll wipe off this can. This is EPON 862. We're going to use the trietta tetramine. They call it Teta hardener. I tried to use HDR 250, which is just basically, it's a high temp resin, but it's not good on chemicals. I have a tank over there I made with it, and I left fuel in it for a week, and it softened up. But this stuff here is impervious to nitro, so pretty expensive stuff, about $100 a gallon. And the Teta triether, I don't know how to say it. That's $100. So it's going to cost you a minimum of 200 for materials, and it's going to cost you for the carbon bale and the glass cloth, and then of course the molds. And I don't expect many people to do this job, but the information's there should you want to. I also have a bell crank mold here somewhere. I don't know what the hell happened to it. There it is. I need to cut some pins for it, and we'll make a bell crank like Dan did yesterday. But let's mix up some epoxy. Now, I don't know if it's the way it worked out or whatever. This stuff is mixed 15 parts to 100. So I don't need 100 grams of resins. I only need 50. So we're going to use seven just on the cusp of 8 grams of the tetramine peta, as they call it. I put that stuff into a bottle for easy measure because it's hard to get out of that big bottle. So we got an inaccurate scale, but better than nothing. Do we want to use paper or plastic? I think we used plastic last time. I better put some gloves on. I mean, it didn't kill me last time, but you just never know. I don't know what's wrong with my channel. I'm just not getting the views I should get. Okay, we're going to get 50 grams in this. You know what? Let me pour it off into a separate cup. Man, that's pretty damn close. 48. So we just need a couple little. $53. Oh well. So we'll add 8 grams of this stuff. So we need to come up to 6, 1, 2, 3. So we're going to come up to 61. The damn thing went off. We're at 56. So I need And the mixture is going to be all screwed up now. So it's 53. I have is up to 55, 56. I need 5 grams. That's 1 gram. 2, 3. Oh, it went off again. I'm going to have to get a new scale. You know what? I think I'd probably rather err on the lesser side. Well, I think that's right because it came up 61 on this now. I don't understand what's wrong with this thing. So I think we're right. We're right on the money. Well, I think we're about mixed. Yeah, I got a call and somebody wanted me to make one of these. I still got to make another one. I got one left for Craig, and I can send his package off. He said there was no rush, so you don't want to tell me there's no rush. I got no problem with no rush. Okay. You know what? I think it would be better to saturate this first. Of course, got no room to work. Won't matter if it gets a little resin on that because there's going to be resin on it anyway. Part of the thing to do in good layups is if you have 2 ounces of cloth, there should be 2 ounces of resin. But you got to get this saturated or else the damn thing will leak. We can't have no leaks. You only get one shot to do this. Okay, we got the cloth. Got it all saturated. This is the hard part. That's what I remember. This is the getting it started. I remember now. It's hard to get it started. Let's see. This is the end it gets beat from. I'm gonna add a little resin in here to make it a nice finish on the outside. I'm gonna paint some clear today. I'm gonna do a lot of stuff today. So if you're looking for stuff to do, I'm gonna do a lot of stuff. Yeah, I should not take any more of that stuff on. Okay, now, because of the way this mold works, I got to wrap a piece of tow around the end, or else it will have a hell of a time getting it off. So I'll take some tow here. To get some resin on this, it's not acting quite right. But this is a stopper. It stops the tank from, when I beat it out of here, I got to hammer it out of here. It stops it from sliding. Okay, well, we got this part done. We're going to make some end caps now. I've already got the part cut for that too, so we don't have to worry about that. Yeah. Better get the top back on that. And for any of you guys that were watching the live stream last night, I had a hell of a time with internet connection. It was terrible. Okay, I'm going to take this and set this in the other room, and then we'll make the other parts. Of course, I got Steve's bullshit out of the way. These take 3 days to make. It takes a day for this process. You know, that includes a drying time. Oh, I didn't cut carbon for that. Shit, I gotta cut carbon. which is not a big deal. I will tell you this, if you're going to do this kind of stuff, you better have a game plan laid out and be doing this stuff with haste. So let's cut this. Now, if you notice the way that I rolled that up, it becomes 8 layers thick. So 2, because it goes around, what is it, 4 times, comes 8 layers. Two layers, a piece of carbon, a piece of fiberglass, and then I roll it up into a sausage. That makes 8 layers on each side. Don't give me any trouble. I'm not sure what's in this Teta stuff, but it smells like almonds. And for any of you guys know anything about anything, you're smelling almonds, you're smelling cyanide. I can't say whether it's strong enough to kill you, but it probably ain't good. But in order for me to do these live streams, I couldn't do it with a mask on. Okay. Get some more gloves on. So we'll have the layup done here relatively shortly. And then I'm going to end the stream for this, then I'll come back and I'm going to put another coat of clear on my Viper profile today. Tomorrow we'll come back to this and plumb it, and the next day glue it together. Okay, so how I do the end caps is, first we're gonna, this stuff's getting warm already. I didn't prepare this, so God darn it. I've got to clean this up and put some stuff on it or else it won't release. I thought I did that yesterday, but I guess not. It probably should release, but I better put some of that stuff on it. Now, I'm not sure what's in this. This is a high dollar chem lease that I got from Dan. It has an odd smell to it. I mean, all this stuff is hazardous material. Phew. we're not going to get the 5 coats on this. We'll just get 2 on it because I think that resin is starting to kick off. It's getting warm. It's warm, but not hot yet. And if I have to remake these, well, one more round. I'm sure I'm doing it wrong, but you got to be better than nothing. Now this stuff is supposed to be good for 5 pulls, whereas the beeswax is not. The Pardol, you got to wax it every time, but from what I'm told, this will last 5 pulls. Professional. Okay. That ain't bad. Alrighty, let's let her rip. The hardest thing I mean, it's not hard, but the nastiest thing to do on this job is the sanding, the cutting the flashing off. It sucks. Yeah, it's getting hot now. You got to put the hump on. Now it won't set up that fast out of the jar. That's that exotherm property when you got a big, a big mass of it like here in the container. But I probably mixed it 1 or 2 drops too hot, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine. So I had an extra one, that's right. Use the big one. Put there. Okay. Well, I only got 2. Okay. C clamp is better than an F clamp for this, but I only got 1. Yeah, yesterday you guys watched Denny 2,000 times. I'm lucky to get 300 views for the same shit. Discouraging. I wish that I could figure YouTube out. We do have another seat. We got another one. I guess I brought another one. Harbor Freight, quit putting the sticker on the screw. Dumbass. Wish I had another C-clamp. Look, make sure I don't. Oh, I got a tit pot of F clamps, but only 2 C clamps. I have to get another one. A couple more from Harbor Freight. Yeah. Woo, this is really putting off the smell and getting hot. I have to take it outside. Okay. So this is what I've done today so far. If you guys come back in a little bit, we'll be pulling the Viper off the wall, the Viper profile off the wall, and stripping it down and getting it ready for a quart of clear. When I flew it, it was pretty nose heavy, so it could stand the quart of clear. We'll add that, and that adds an ounce. So, and it's all behind the center of gravity, so it should make it less nose heavy. All right. If you got any questions, you know what to do. Leave a like. Subscribe to the channel. Maybe learn something. Learn that you can do anything you want to do. If you just try, you guys expect me to do it. All right, we'll see you later. Give me a couple hours, and we'll clear that up. Fair winds, tight lines. See ya.